What is going on? This is AlTone, and today we have the RLAARLO X12S. This is the blue one. It actually comes in two different colors. This was sent to me for me to try out. I thought I was receiving this one, which was the one that I was hoping I would get. But, of course, I got the blue one, and I'm not going to complain. I actually still like it. There is a little model number change. This is the X12SB and the X12SR. And so I thought I was going to receive the R, but that's okay. Like I said, beautiful, beautiful car. And so let's show you quickly what actually comes in the box. And basically everything here. You get the car itself. You get this nice radio that reminds me of another brand, a specific, what I believe is a very professional brand radio. And of course, when you open it up, you have all your trims and all that, your power button here, and you do have a channel 3 and a channel 4. Not sure if those are actually being used on this particular car, but you do have them. It requires 4 AAA batteries that are not included. Excuse me, 4 AA batteries that are not included. And then, of course, it comes with a 2200 milliamp hour 3S LiPo battery. Now, this particular car is supposed to be, and it is a 4-wheel drive car, it's supposed to be rated for speeds up to 60 to 90 kilometers per hour. I'm actually involved in a speed run challenge right now, in which there are guys that are getting this very car over 100 miles an hour. And of course, that is with upgrades and modifications to it. But this thing has major potential, even if you don't do anything but just do some slight upgrades to the car. And it does actually include a bag here with a pinion gear that you can replace. You have screws for your wing that you put on the back. It does have oil-filled shocks. And it does come with a charger for the battery, but I would always suggest getting a professional charger for these style batteries so that you can balance charge and storage charge your batteries. And of course, you get your instruction manual. So let's take a quick look at the car. The car itself, one of the things that I absolutely love about it, of course, the body is beautiful. It's really beautiful. It does have a film on it, so you're not seeing the true vibrance of the color of the body because I still have that film on top. I'm not going to take it off in this video. We're going to take it for its first run with that film on it to keep protecting it. But I love that it has the body clips built in and tethered to the body. And that helps me out a lot because usually when I do a tumble, I lose my body clips almost every single time. But at any rate, or I lose at least one body clip because I bash these things around pretty bad. And it's actually a pretty durable vehicle. This one is really nice. It's one of a few buggies that I have now, and I really like this one so far. And so, of course, it does have some sway brace bars here in the front, and it does have some nice oil-filled shocks. So it's not going to bounce around on you. It's going to help you with your handling. And then, of course, you have shock protectors, so if you do happen to flip it over, it will protect your shocks on the top here. Then you have a, I do not know what the amperage is on this particular ESC. It probably will tell you in the manual because usually the manual gives you a breakdown of these cars to tell you, get you, so in case you need to replace parts, you can usually order parts to replace them. But your motor is a 2845 3600 kV motor, brushless motor. And of course your ESC does have a fan on it. And the thing that I actually love about this is it does come with a separate, it is not a combination radio and receiver and ESC. The ESC is separate from the radio. So if you do decide you want to upgrade your electronics, like I said, maybe you're chasing 100 miles an hour like I am. If you want to upgrade your electronics in there to get there, you don't have to change out the radio. And I don't think on this particular car it's necessary unless this has some issues with getting the range that's necessary in order for you to be able to do some nice long runs to be able to get to those types of speeds. But the other thing I really love about it is that they clamp down the XT60 connector on this. So you can plug into it. Your cables aren't flopping around on here, which I think is fantastic. And your power button is in a nice spot back here. Again, if you're going to do upgrades to this particular car, you're probably going to want to change or remove your power button and move things around, so you could even put a larger battery in here. And it should have some additional, it may have some additional bolt holes on the bottom for your battery strap. So one of the things you'll want to be aware of is when you first take this guy out of the box, if you're looking for the battery, it's because the battery is actually already installed. I've taken the battery out for this video, and it's actually a pretty tight fit in there. So getting that battery in and out is a pretty snug fit. But that's a good thing, especially if you're going to be bashing this guy, because you don't have to worry about your battery bouncing around. And if you do a few modifications here, you should be able to fit a little bit larger battery in here as well. But there's quite a few upgraded batteries that you can get that's possibly even going to help you get some additional speed out of this. This particular battery it comes with is rated at 35C, which I think for RLAARLO batteries, that's pretty accurate. Sometimes the C ratings on these batteries are not accurate, but I think for these batteries, it's pretty accurate. And there's a few very good quality brands out there that their C ratings are pretty accurate. You'll usually get a little bit better performance out of that battery and a little bit more power to your motor through those batteries. This guy doesn't have lights on it, so you don't have to worry about it pulling amperage from your motor in order to power any lights or anything like that. But it's a really, really nice car. It does have some nice foam filled tires. The tires are glued, so you don't have to worry about that. They are absolutely glued in place, and they're actually pretty nice soft tires. These should work well on gravel, on dirt, and on the road. They are directional. I'm not exactly sure what it is that makes them directional, or if they just put those arrows on there because it looks good, but essentially they seem to be directional. I don't see anything in the tread pattern that makes me think that they should be directional, but it does seem as if your front tires are just a little bit thinner than your rear, and they are. So your front tires, you have a little bit more wideness in the back than you do in the front. You do have what's called droop screws, and so there are little Allen head screws in there, and it actually comes with the Allen driver so that you can loosen those up or tighten them up. And what that does for you is it can actually give you a lower stance, so it can lower or put a little bit of pressure on your shock. And what that does is it actually gets the car closer to the ground. That can help with handling as well as help with getting top speeds. So I think this is going to be an awesome one. Love the metal, etched metal chassis plate we have here at the bottom. I think it looks fantastic. Of course, if you start bashing it, this is going to get scratched up. But it is still really nice. One of the things I'm looking at here as well, especially if you're trying to do speed runs, your steering seems to be pretty tight. There's just a tad bit of wobble in the wheel, which can cause you to veer left or right when you're doing a run. So because of that, you might want to tighten things up just a little bit. Or that may be one of the things that you want to modify with the car to try to keep that from happening. And again, you might want to, because your suspension has a lot of travel and this car can bottom out. You might want to, if you're trying to get some really good speeds with it, you may want to tighten up, because you can, these shocks are adjustable. You have an adjustment ring here, so you can tighten up the spring, or you can actually limit the travel here if you decide you want to, and that's going to keep you from bottoming out. Because what I've found, and as I've started doing speed runs with these types of cars, is when you get on it, the bottom droops down, or it squats in the rear. That can cause the front to come up, or that can actually rub or catch on the bottom, cause some friction on the bottom of your chassis that slows the car down to keep you from getting that top speed. But overall, I think this is going to be a fantastic car for me to run. Again, also a fantastic addition to my collection of RC buggies. This guy, again, is a beast. I plan on keeping this one stock for the most part. I'm just going to have fun with it. But again, I've got friends of mine that are actually upgrading these guys to get up to 100 miles an hour, which is absolutely fantastic. Very well made vehicle, and I really like it. They're actually relatively durable too. You don't want to hit a curb at 100 miles an hour. You don't want to hit a curb at 60. But again, your manual does have a breakdown with part numbers and whatnot. So if you do need to replace parts, they're usually readily available. If you want to upgrade parts, then this gives you a good idea of what some of those parts it is that you might need to order if you're doing upgrades. And there are other aftermarket manufacturers that actually make parts for this particular vehicle as well that will fit it and will actually add to its performance. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking this guy out with me. I'm telling you, I plan on having a absolute ball with it myself. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you again in a future video. Take care.